Welcome to another edition of Strange Stuff from My Study. For this episode, we're going to look at two Halloween icons. Now, the first icon is none other than Vincent Price himself. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can have Vincent Price in your collection, right? There's movies, and there are posters, there's clothing, there are the hundreds and hundreds of products that he put his face on as part of a marketing scheme. But the best way that I find to have him in your collection is to have his actual face. Now, this is a live cast of Vincent Price taken from an actual mold made from his face. This was actually the last life mask made of Vincent Price, or last mold I should say, made of Vincent Price's face. This was toward the end of his life, and it was for one of his last movies, Dead Heat. Not the 2002 Kiefer Sutherland movie, but the 1988 Joe Piscopo, Treat Williams Dead Heat. Now, I wrote about that movie for the 2012 Otis Halloween season. Just looking for it in the archives under the name That Time Joe Piscopo and Vincent Price Were Colleagues. It's well worth watching. It's complete 80s. It's a zombie movie, buddy cop movie. It's everything you want out of the 80s. Everything I want out of the 80s. And Vincent Price is the big bad in that movie. He doesn't have much screen time. This is toward the end of his life. But he has this one great scene at the end. It's this whole entire monologue, this diabolical villain monologue. He's wearing this ice cream suit. And he's trying to pitch this idea of immortality to his clients, basically. It's a great scene, as you know, just about every scene with Vincent Price in it is. But anyway, I got this from a company called Haunted Studios. It's made out of polyurethane resin, so it's very hard, very durable. The detail has been preserved exquisitely, so you can tell it was an original mold. I can see the individual hairs of his mustache, pores in his skin, lines in his forehead. Really almost disconcertingly detailed. But perfect if you're obsessive about Vincent Price, as I am. The next Halloween icon I want to talk about is Elvira. Growing up in the 80s, no Halloween season was complete if there wasn't some kind of marketing campaign filled with commercials of her on the TV, cardboard stand-ups in the grocery stores. She was just the perfect Halloween spokesperson for any product. I actually have an artifact from one of those campaigns. It is a cheap little plastic drinking cup. There's an illustration of Elvira on the front, and she's standing in front of the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And the letters on the top say, the bloody letters, of course, on the top say, "Go Psycho with Elvira." So basically, this is the most perfect Halloween artifact you can ever create. So this was part of a campaign put on by a couple of Pepsi brands, Slice and Mug Root Beer. And the grand prize was you got to party at the Psycho House with Elvira.
Wanna go psycho with me, Elvira, here at the Bates Motel? You will be my guest at Universal Studios in Hollywood for a monstrous bash at the Bates Motel. Shower, anyone? This Halloween, go psycho with Elvira and win a party with me and Slice. Slice! I just love that name.
Now, the Psycho House is in Universal Studios Hollywood, and it was never a real house. It's a facade. It doesn't have anything inside of it. It's just, you know, an exterior, basically. So you can't actually party in the house. But I looked around online, and apparently the contest grand prize did happen. And the way they did it was they had a tent, and they just had a party there, and Elvira was there, and the Psycho House was there, and it was a perfect moment in Halloween history that none of us got to be there for. But this cup was part of the Slice campaign. It has a Slice logo on it, and also a W, which I didn't know what this logo was for. I had to look it up. It's for a hot dog chain called Wiener Schnitzel, which I've never been to, never heard of, but thank God it exists because this exists as a result. And like any self-respecting Halloween item, it glows in the dark. There you go, Halloween icon. You can't get more Halloween than Elvira, the Psycho House, and of course, Vincent Price. Which means that the ultimate moment of Halloween history happened, and I guarantee, and I'm wagering, goddamn Vincent. And on the top of the cup, in of course bloody letters, it says, "Go Psycho with Elvira." So basically what you're looking for, as I said, it's a very, very durable polyurethane resin.
Ha 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 ha!